Hey everyone. I've had some streaming difficulties, let's put it that way. I think I fried my PC. I can't get it back to work. It won't launch, not even with resetting the BIOS and everything. Then I wanted to introduce you all to my new Lego channel, which I linked to in the chat for the previous live stream. But that didn't work because it turned out the channel was so new that it hadn't been activated for live streaming yet. So I did the necessary steps, and now it takes about 24 hours for that new Lego channel to be ready for streaming. So I defaulted to, the Father Roderick YouTube channel, the main YouTube channel. So all my plans that I carefully worked on for the past 3 weeks have been completely thwarted by all this technology stuff. Anyhow, so I've tried to stop the Battlefront stream, but because my computer crashed, I couldn't tell YouTube that I was no longer on the live stream. So I assume it will automatically stop, but I don't know how to do that. So it's really complicated. So complicated. It is what I'm afraid of is that since I tried to launch such a graphic-intense game on my old PC, and my PC has a few broken fans, and maybe I've overheated the graphics card and maybe something melted, or I don't know. It's we'll see tomorrow. I've taken everything out of the mains outlet, so sometimes that helps if you just leave it and can reset itself thoroughly. So in order to give you an update on what my plans are for these Lego streams, what you can see here is, of course, the little Lego Shire that I built last year. I've decided to bring everything that's Lego related to a new channel, which I will now link to in the chat. So it doesn't work yet. Well, it works. You can already subscribe, but I can't stream live there yet. It's not the one that I announced before the holiday break, because unfortunately, it's too complicated. It's a very technical thing, but that channel was just not suitable for my Lego plans. And so I ended up creating a brand new YouTube channel, which is super small. I've got like 23 followers, but that is where I will do the Lego streaming. So I will already post the URL, so you can go and bookmark it and subscribe and hit that bell button. So every time I go live, if you have the bell button activated, you'll get a notification, and so you won't miss any live streams. So here comes the URL. I have no other way to give it to you other than this. So that, if you click on that one, you will see the new channel. There's nothing there yet. There's no video because I haven't been able to stream yet, and I literally created it yesterday. But since we're here, maybe this is the best way to do it, because this is where most of you have been following my Lego streams in the past. So maybe I'll just take a few times still streaming Lego on this channel, and then we can all move over to the new channel. The profile looks just like you, yeah, but in the Lego form. So does this work? Let me know in the chat if that URL works for you. And in the meantime, I'll already put some things in place. And then what I hope is that with the having a separate Lego channel, I can target a more specific Lego interested audience, and that is a very broad audience. But the YouTube algorithm doesn't work that well if you mix your genres too much. And so I noticed that if I did Lego streaming, it was not very good for the overall YouTube channel. So hopefully, if I focus on Lego on one specific channel, that will help bring more of a community around those streams. Plus, it just gives me new ideas to do. So I also created an Instagram account where I will be posting photos because I love Lego photography. I'm not very good at it yet, but I hope to post lots of my Lego creations there. You can find the Instagram account on Instagram via Father Roderick Builds. That is also going to be ultimately, when I have enough subscribers, the URL for this new Lego channel. It's going to be Father Roderick Builds. The reason is it's not a very fancy name. It's not very flashy. But I wanted to have something that people immediately identify with the other 2 YouTube channels that I now have. So I've got Father Roderick, that's the main one. That's the geeky content, the game streams, the Star Wars commentaries. Then I've got Father Roderick Stories. So that's going to be my documentary YouTube account. And then you've got Father Roderick Builds, and that is everything that has to do with building. Be it building Lego or, helping people to build their lives with Lego. So it's not Trideo Media. That is not the correct one. Or is it? Let me double check this. Maybe I made another mistake. Eventually we'll get this right when I'm like 85 years old. Is this the correct one? Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. I'll repost the URL one more time. So it's this URL that will be now in your chat that you have to click on and then subscribe, and that will be, I've got 31 subscribers, so probably not all of you have already subscribed, but that's where we will be doing Lego from now on. Very cool, Samuel. I need to do stop motion also. It is Trideo? How is that possible? It can't be Trideo. That must be the channel that I communicated before the winter break. That is now Trideo. So I had to basically go back. It used to be Trideo, then I changed it into Lego, and then it changed it back into Trideo. But, and I will also link to the stories channel here for a sec. But as far as I can tell, this is really Father Roderick Builds is the brand new channel, so it can't be called Trideo Media. It can't be called Trideo. So I don't know what's happening there. How do I do this? I just go and search for... Wait, how do I do this? It's probably if you just search for Father Roderick Stories, it will bring it up in your browser. Not sure. Yeah, it's there. Just type in YouTube. Just type in Father Roderick Stories, because that one also doesn't have its fancy URL yet. So I'm currently working on a number of documentaries that I'll be posting there. That's the link. This next link that I posted is the link to my documentary account. Now, another downside is I need to get new contact lenses. Or normally I was able to read the comments without too much trouble, but lately my eyes have been degrading pretty quickly. And so now I really have to kind of look at the screen, and it's a tiny little computer screen. So I can't read everything you type. The link works, okay. Yeah, so the whole name change, my idea was to take the existing Trideo channel, because most of the content that people consumed there was the Lego videos, the Lego animations, change the name, then make another new channel for Trideo. But then it just didn't work with the, it wouldn't change the URL anymore. So, well, anyway, sometimes you just have to start again. The cool thing is that with this new Lego channel, I've also installed TubeBuddy, so I got an account of TubeBuddy account, which will help me optimize every video and give it the right SEO. So I'm pretty confident that we can grow that community around the Lego very, very quickly. All right, let's go and do some building. I've got a ton of channels, but my personal channels right now, the ones that you want to subscribe to, is Father Roderick, Father Roderick Stories, and Father Roderick Builds. And the rest is irrelevant. All right, let's put this away. I have a new project, and it starts with, the boring stuff. Lego Hidden Side. Yeah, I've done some Hidden Side projects in the past before Christmas. Yeah, well, glasses are not that hard to get here. What I want, actually, because I'm doing a lot of filming, and so I'm working with lots of cameras, where glasses are super annoying when you're working outside because they get foggy and they don't. So I usually don't wear any glasses, but now with reading it gets tricky. And so what I want to try out, and I've heard it exists, is multifocal contact lenses. I have no idea how it works, but I'm intrigued, and I want to. That seems to me like the best solution for me. Well, I'd love to get some tips from you, Samuel. My big problem with the stop motion is the lighting. I want to get really beautiful lighting, and I just don't know what to get. I probably don't have the right camera for it as well. But okay, so we're going to build. I know that this is not the best camera position, but unfortunately I don't have an alternative, so you'll just have to do it with this. Let me get to the main screen again so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's very ASMR sound. Oh, really? The contact lens shifts the blur of my video? Oh, really? I don't know. I heard it was possible. I was like, well, that sounds like the perfect thing for me. Okay. In here, but let's see. What shall I build? Well, I'm going to build a castle. A very, very big castle. This is a big project, so it will take a while, I guess. Oh, wait. And that's probably not the last thing I'm going to do with these bricks, because actually I bought the house, like a modular building, and that uses almost every single piece. Now I can't get this out anymore. Great. I should pay attention before I do anything. Maybe with this. So, holy moly. Wow. Well, what I read was that it's not just the lower part like regular bifocals, but it is like a ring around the lens that has the, the other focal position. I can't get this out anymore. It's completely stuck. Huh. What to do next? Now, this was the... I can't fix this. I need to remove this. Oh, boy. This is impossible. How can I get stuck after 5 seconds? Oh, boy. Maybe this one will be easier? No, it's all stuck. Ow. I'm building a castle. A huge castle. I can't get it out. It does not. It's stuck. It's completely stuck. What do I do? Hold on. I've got a bad feeling about this. Something bad is going to happen. Oh man, how do I remove this? Ow. Do I use my teeth? Ow. Probably not a good idea to use my teeth. Why is it stuck? I can shift to the wrong position, hence why I just have a pair of readers when I have my contacts in and take off the glasses. Oh yeah, that's another, of course, that's another option. Just, use reading glasses. It just sounded like such a cool idea. Especially the fact that your brain would figure it out. Okay, I don't know what to do next. I can't get this out. And I don't want to be doing this for the next 5 seconds. No, it doesn't work. What can I do? Microwave. Yeah, it is totally... It's not my day. It's just one of these days where everything I try to do goes wrong. And sometimes I have entire weeks like that. So for those of you that think my life is all rosy and fun, think twice. All right, I'm going to get some equipment here. Ow. About a year ago, I installed these Philips Hue lights, and they're intelligent lights. They're all over the place, like every room has them. Because I thought, I could just, instead of flipping switches, I can talk to the almighty Google and say, hey, turn the lights on and turn them to another color, etc. The thing is, it just is such a hassle to constantly have to formulate what you want. It's like, turn up the lights in the so-and-so room to 100%, change the color of the lights in the TV room to warm white. Whereas like with the switch, it's just blook. Yeah, you can use an app. You can use an app, they say. Well, the app before it launches, it's like a minute later. Okay. Yeah. It works. Right, let's see. So if I drive I didn't think about driving, Amy, you're right. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, Battlefront just destroyed my PC, so welcome to my world. It is just crazy. Maybe with Origin you have to completely remove everything. Just Google it, my game won't update, and sometimes you have to remove everything, including like preference files, etc. And then let it completely reinstall it or install it in a different directory. It's usually what I do. I thought the life of a priest is pure fun. Oh, really? No, it is not. It is absolutely not. Let me burst that bubble for you. I mean, it's a beautiful life, but it's definitely not always fun. There's a lot of struggle, basically in any life. So why wouldn't be my life full of struggle? It's not a problem. Struggle is good. It makes you strong. Wow, Amy, I have no idea. Must be super frustrating. But it's not normal, so you should be able to get some help on that from from origin, I guess. I hope. It's one of the reasons that for some games, for the bigger games, I usually play on consoles. Because PCs can be so finicky. Okay. Let's not make any mistakes anymore with these, because these elements are super hard to remove. Okay. What does it want me to do with these? Oh, just here. Good. So as you can tell, I'm just building a boring base, which is always the least fun part of the build. Now that I'm thinking of it, this was so hard to remove. If I'm ever going to turn this into the mock, it's going to be the same struggle. Oh, geez. Well, I don't want to think about that. Maybe this will stay a castle. Okay. There we go. And I've missed these chats. It is as I have a new game controller and I can't try to play it. I have a gaming computer and it's a brand new build from November. Oh, wow. Is the life of a bishop better? Oh no, Lawrence, a life of a bishop is pure and utter misery. Think of all the responsibilities and all the things you have to be always kind. They're super, super busy. If, you know, bishops practically don't have a life of their own anymore. No, it's just usually the worst thing that can happen to someone is to become a bishop. The Pope is the worst. Of course, you may get special graces for it, but yeah, I don't envy bishops. I don't envy them at all. Hoppa. Interesting. And it's like people sometimes have a very romantic idea of life in monasteries as well. Well, if you speak to any sister or any religious brother or monk, they will all tell you that life is just as hard in the monastery as it is outside of it. It's because we're human and we get on each other's nerves very easily. And that is, wow. What is this supposed to be? Oh, great. I made... Ah, oh, jeez. Goodness. At least this one was easier to remove. Statue of Liberty, was that fun? That sounded a little bit repetitive to me. The bishop in Father Ted, well, that was a fictional bishop. Now, I mean, every life has its ups and its downs and its advantages and disadvantages. What matters most is how you form your own character and how you deal with things and, you know. When in distress, there's always Lego, right? Nah, but the life of a bishop everywhere is very testing. It's very, very testing. I really caution against romanticizing any form of religious life or, you know, the priesthood. Or it's not that it's not worth it, but it is just like the married life. You know, there's no marriage that is 100% perfect. There are also a lot of struggles, a lot of difficulties and things you have to overcome. Well, basically any state of life that you choose will be different from what you expect it to be, what you hope it to be, you know, on, let's say, on the day of your wedding. Or I know that those of you that are already married would probably agree with me that it's not all sunshine and roses, but it is worth it. Mm-hmm. There we go. So what I would like to figure out is how to get a better, you know, camera that I can use to film what I'm doing. Because let me show you here on the big monitor what I'm currently using and why this doesn't work that well. So this is a big Canon DSLR 80D. It is heavy, even though I've added a wide-angle lens, which is the lightest one that I can find. It has a bigger angle, so it doesn't have all these focus problems that I had with the kit lens. But because it's so heavy and bulky, I don't know how to put it on the table or fix it to the table, because if I put this on a tripod, of course, well, you can see this is the floor. There's no room for a tripod. So I really don't know how these other Lego builders do this, like Jang Bricks, and there are a couple of others that are building online, and they usually show you the end result. What I would like to see is like a behind the scenes. Just show me the equipment I need to buy to get this looking the way it looks for other YouTubers. It's just like the gaming for me. I wish I had like a YouTuber here in the area that could just help me set up the computer so that I don't have to struggle with it every time. I feel so old sometimes. Like, these kids, they can figure that out in a minute, and I'm like, where do I begin? All these complicated things that the youngsters are using. I'm getting too old for this. Maybe I should do a knitting YouTube channel. That at least is low tech. Oh, dear. All right. Step number 6 involves black. When I play Skyrim, the PS4 crashes. Ooh, that's not good. Skyrim is also a pretty heavy-duty game. I'm building a castle, Volzarok. A huge castle. How are you able to stream 2 streams at once? Well, the other stream crashed my computer. My computer crashed during the other stream. So that stream, it's actually not, I'm not streaming. So maybe I should go to that YouTube page and see if I can turn it off manually, because it is confusing, I agree. How does that work? I need to go to my main Father Roderick channel, switch account. That would be here. Then I have to go to the live tab. How can you not have place for the Apollo 11 when you have place for this? It's to put it on display. A castle is easy to put on display. Rocket, not so much. Okay, so how do I go to the live stream that is still running for some reason? YouTube is not the easiest. Google is always a bit problematic. It's not very user-friendly. Yeah, the stream is stuck. Yes, indeed it is. And I don't know how to stop it, because my computer crashed. And for some reason, Google does not understand that, hey, I'm no longer there. Videos, let me go to videos. Hello. Oh, it's so slow. I've got such a tiny, I've got an 11-inch monitor. So it's like super, super tiny. This is how tiny your comments are. That's where you are, there. And I am like here. So I definitely need binoculars or something like that. Okay, let me go to the live. This is not much of a quality stream, is it? If the church changed the rules, would you get married? No. No, I totally chose celibacy out of free will, and I would choose it again because it's a calling. Okay, yeah, it is indeed still live. Okay, that's stupid. How do I turn that off? Control room? Going to the control room. You know, celibacy is not a deprivation. At least that's not how I see it. It is it's a dedication. So it's more of a life dedicated to prayer and to God, and that can be very fulfilling. Okay, so it is live. How do I turn it off? For some reason. Oh, end stream. There it is. End stream. Hello. Yes, I want to end the stream. There we go. Yes, it ended the stream. So now I'm only streaming. There you go. Will you have a 4th channel? Why? Is 3 YouTube channels still not enough? Good grief. You guys are insatiable. Okay, let me see if I can put this on a small stand, like an improv stand. I'm going to use the battery charger, put it underneath the camera. See if that helps a little bit. Slightly better. A little bit more. Now it's a bit wonky, but oh well. We'll figure this out. I think I said that last year as well. Still waiting for it. Oh well. The trials and tribulations. And then we add this. Oh. So I think what I need is a very small camera that can still stream, and that I can put on a. Oh, no, my head is truncated. That I can put on a like a miniature stand that I can attach to the table. Something like that must exist, but I'm not so sure about the cameras though. There are not that many cameras that work well for streaming unless you add a lot of interfaces and stuff. Hey, David. Well, Lawrence, if you want to hear my churchy comments, then you check out my the Katholiek Vandaag channel, because I don't want to constantly, when I'm building Lego, kind of want to have a more relaxed conversation. So for not everyone here in the chat is Catholic, so or interested in church matters. So I want to kind of keep it on topic. But I recorded a video yesterday on Katholiek Vandaag on YouTube where I explain everything that's going on in the Vatican. But it's in Dutch, so it's not interesting for most of you. Okay, I do this. So if I would constantly talk about faith and popes and bishops and monasteries, I think part of my audience would get a little bit frustrated. Does it? Okay. Oh, it should be here. Hopefully this base is not going to be as complicated as it was for the Hogwarts castle, because that took like 2 weeks or something like that to finish. But this is actually only half a castle, so it's open on the back side. I need black elements. Where could they be? Is this it? No? Well, actually it is. Good. Very good, Lawrence. Thanks. Now I need to learn Dutch. Don't do that. No. I've seen the first season of Rebels. Part of the first season. Like 5 episodes or something like that. It was fun. I hear it's getting better later on, but I'm currently focusing on the Clone Wars because of the new season that's coming up. And I haven't watched any of the well, I'm currently in the 2nd season of Clone Wars, so I still have a lot of work to do. Not to mention that I have so many other series that I want to check out. Oh, that was a little burp from my phone for some reason. I don't know why. Sometimes does that. It is a relatively new phone, an Android phone, and I haven't been able to get the sounds under control yet. Let's see. Do this. Do you think if you replace the Kyber crystal in a lightsaber with kryptonite, could the lightsaber kill Superman? I think it's a totally different crystal. Both are fictional. You are aware of that, I hope. No, I think Kyber crystals are necessary for a lightsaber to work. Otherwise, you could use diamond or whatever crystal. So, and I think Superman would die. You know, even I could probably hurt Superman if he were in the Star Wars universe, because he only has his powers on the planet Earth because of the sun. And so even without kryptonite being at play, Superman would be in big trouble. Unless there is a sun that is very similar to the one on his planet. Okay. Don't kill my dreams. You were planning on starting a career as Superman. What are we building, Kit and Kat? We are building a castle, a huge castle. And I'm currently doing the boring part, which is the base of the castle, which is really nothing to look at, but necessary. Like everything in life, this too needs a strong foundation. Okay. What's next? It says I need another one of these and attach it like this. Very well. And then this is added to it. I think this is, we're almost done with the base. Everything fits pretty well, so here we go. We've got quite a bit of the main structure. Me too, I love The Rise of Skywalker. Yes. Sets are great, but we were so poor growing up. Yeah, same thing. We had super simple Lego, and it's still very expensive. That's why I started this whole YouTube channel. It's just to give myself a reason to buy Lego. Just kidding. Alrighty. Does it mean that Superman would be twice as powerful on Tatooine? I'm not sure about the Sons of Tatooine, if they're the same class of stars. And maybe just the certain aspects of our Earth sun that are giving Superman these powers. I don't know. I'm a fan of Superman, but not to that point. You can ask me about Star Wars. That's what I know. Superman, I'm kind of more of a lazy consumer. The Messiah. Yeah, I saw it on the Netflix main screen. It looked very intriguing, I have to say. Well, I was wondering if it was the same series that caused so much upheaval in Brazil. I heard some news reports about everybody going, saying it was blasphemous, etc. But maybe that's something else. It's a different movie. I hope I am doing this correctly. I think I do. No. The ending was perfect. It was perfect. Self-sacrifice. Star Wars is all about that. Those are the story beats that Star Wars is not just a fairy tale. They can't live happily ever after. If you've killed your father, then amends must be made, and you can only save the universe if you want to, if you are willing to give your life. That is, I totally predicted this. Years ago already, I said, Kylo Ren is going to be redeemed, but in order to be redeemed, he will have to sacrifice his life, which is what he did, and I love that. And of course it hurts, but a story that is just wish fulfillment is the most boring story ever. So now you get that yearning and that, well, what if he had lived? But I think it was beautiful that he saved, that first Rey sacrificed herself to destroy the Emperor, and then he sacrificed himself to save Rey. How beautiful is that? I love that. I wouldn't want to have it any other way. Okay, so that's probably a different movie then, David. Who's my favorite Star Wars character? Luke Skywalker. Well, at least Luke Skywalker from the early movies. I wasn't a big fan of Luke Skywalker from The Last Jedi, but nor was Mark Hamill. Stephen Fry's new podcast. I'm not sure. Stephen Fry is an interesting guy, and he's of course an accomplished actor and very good writer, but also very atheist. Sometimes extremely, negative about faith and a bit over the top critical. So it's not always a joy to listen to him. And I think that has also a lot to do with his personal, life story. I was about to read his book on mythology, but then the servers that I'm using to listen to audiobooks announced that they're going to take all the Penguin books off their service, which is so frustrating, because those are the best books. Yeah, I loved it that both Leia and Han Solo brought their son back to the light. That was a fantastic story arc, which I also predicted. Haha. Told you so. There we go. I think these are the stairs maybe to the castle. I presume. For those of you that have joined me a little bit later, let me tell you that the fact that I'm streaming Lego on this particular YouTube channel, that's just temporary, because very soon I'll be moving all the Lego to a brand new channel, which I would like to link to once more, so you can already subscribe to it. And maybe as soon as tomorrow, I'll already do the first stream there. Unfortunately, there's not a very easy way to let everyone know, so that's why I'm mentioning it here. And I need to find that URL again. Where was it? There it is. Can I copy this from the... No, I can't. Ouch. Add to the broadcast, but that doesn't work. Okay, now I need to go and copy that one more time. It's Father. Well, if you go to YouTube and just look for Father Roderick Builds, that's how you will find that particular channel. Make sure you are subscribed to it so you can see the next stream and get notified. If you click the bell button, you will be notified. But let me post this once more in the chat. I'm not sure if you can probably copy from the chat, but this program doesn't allow me to do that. So here's the URL to the new Lego channel. So it's a separate channel that I created for all the Lego fun this year. Okay, now that we have this ready, I'm going to add that to the main structure that I just finished. I'm going to put that here. Harrison was awesome. Really, really awesome. I'm so glad he did that. And probably also as an homage. I think he, in an interview, he recounted how JJ convinced him. And so everybody thought that it had been, it probably must have been a very long, intense, difficult struggle. And he said, well, I don't know, JJ just called me up and said, hey, do you want to be in the last Star Wars movie? And I said, okay. That was it. Brilliant. Okay. What I like about this part of the build is, so far, it is very symmetrical, which makes my neurotic mind very happy. We can all use some good symmetry. It's very calming. And two of these. Feels very solid so far. Call of the Wild movie. Oh, I didn't know there was such a movie coming. Hello, Russia. Welcome. Hola, Fernando. Buenas tardes. Oh, oops. All right, the brown triangles, huge brown triangles. These look like cookies. Cookies. Wait, no, that's not correct. Here. It should go here. Very well. Wonder Woman 1984. Haven't seen any of the trailers yet. Let's turn this around. Maybe I can move this backwards a little bit. But I liked the first Wonder Woman movie. Wasn't a massive fan, but I thought it was entertaining. It's definitely one of the better Marvel movies of late. I'm still waiting for my Superman, and not the Superman that we got with this Justice League. That's not my Superman. That ain't no Superman. Okay. These, you can already see if I turn this upwards a little bit. Can I show you this? This is going to be probably all towers here, all these circular pieces. And then another big plate goes the opposite way. So that is right here. Wow, it's big. The surface is bigger than I thought it would be. This is pretty massive. Let me show you this. Look at how big that is. Looks like E.T. Like a head, an alien head. All right. What's next? Turn it around. Whoa! Easy. Easy, easy. This is not very solid yet. Turn this around. Put this right here. So if you know anyone who is also streaming Lego or recording Lego videos on YouTube and could give me some tips on what camera setting and how I do the lights, etc., I would be very open to suggestions, because I've been messing around with this for a year now and I still haven't figured out how to do this properly. Every time I change my setup or I try to change it, and it never really improved anything. Gray. And I just never want to bother these YouTubers, because they have usually like hundreds of thousands of followers, and it's like, who am I to ask tips for for my own YouTube channel? But who knows? Maybe we'll find someone who can help out. It's got to be easy, just like streaming games. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to ask the media platform that I've found, or the board. I'm going to ask the board of Trideo if I can build a new home computer. Because I use it, but basically all this is part of my work. But like, it's not the best thing in the world to do live streams on a computer that is 6 years old. It's just not doesn't work anymore. But computers are expensive, so I probably have to ask permission. And I'll just ask someone to build a good gaming rig for me, and I'll see if I can set something up for the long run, so it'll be easier to do all these live streams. Another one. But the essential is, of course, it's not the quality of the stream. It's just chatting. You in the audience that are watching and are chatting, you are the actual value of this channel. At least in my experience. Because you have great reactions and questions and overall chatter, and that's a lot of fun. For me, this is going to be the year of YouTube. I can promise you that. I'm going to grow the main channel to 50,000 subscribers. That's what I promised myself. That's what I'm going for. That's the project. And I think it is possible. And we'll see what this Lego channel will do. I've got a good feeling about this Lego channel. Provided I keep focused. Without focus, none of it is going to work. All right, let's turn this around again. Lots of orange here. There's a circular piece. And then this. And that, maybe this is just a floor, so I'll just give you an overview. This is what it looks like right now. But, oh, this is still part of the first few steps, so this is a big build, very big. Two of these, 4 of these. It's true, Star Wars and Legos everywhere, and it's all about personal connections. And that is also why I branded the new channels with Father Roderick. I just kept it very personal. So it's Father Roderick Builds, Father Roderick Stories, because those are my stories, and that's why people watch it, I hope. So tomorrow I'm going to start editing the first documentary. I've got some very big ones working on. So I've got a multi-part documentary about Australia and New Zealand. And the New Zealand one is going to be very much focused on The Lord of the Rings, because of course, as you know, they were filmed there, the movies, that is, The Hobbit 2, and they are going to film the upcoming television series there. So it's a very good time to edit that, and Australia is going to be more of a general documentary about my stay there. Let's see. This. Wow, that fits very well. I'm going to change the camera position here for a second, just to try something else. I wish I could put this. I have this tripod, but the camera is so heavy that if I put it on the tripod, it usually falls over. So I'm not even going to try, because I'm just going to be very frustrated if it does. But I want to see if I can get a little bit more perspective. You all just put it more. Maybe this is better. Right? Yeah, this is much better. You have a little bit more. Even though it's a wide-angle lens, this is such a big project. Okay. Here. And then green. Just want to get this over with so we can do the fun parts of the build. Yeah, it was a very long flight, but I reviewed it. It was a long time ago that I filmed there, so I was a bit uncertain about the quality of my filming, because back then I didn't make any TV programs yet. So, but fortunately I had a good camera, so especially a lot of the Australia stuff looks pretty spectacular. The only thing that doesn't look too good, at least not as good as I remembered it, was the stuff that I filmed on the film set in Matamata. So Hobbiton, basically. But I created a small trailer that you may have seen on my. If you go to Father Roderick Stories, that's the documentary YouTube channel. There is a small teaser trailer for the Hobbit footage. So go check that out. It's only like 3 minutes long, but that's still. It was a very rainy day, and I had a very lousy camera, but with a bit of editing, still I think looks okay. This here, what a build. I got a lot of these big pieces. They speed up the process quite a bit. There's probably the outer walls of the castle. Some more. Oh, wait. Oh, this is in the wrong place, right. That should be here. This one too. What's going to be the hardest is to find good music. Because music, of course, you always have to pay the rights, and I know that there are services where you can get an affordable license for music as long as you use it online. But most of my shows are also made for television, so the fees immediately multiply if you air it on TV. So I'm debating. Maybe I can find, or you can do some crowdfunding to hire a composer for at least for the Hobbit documentary, and have my own personal soundtrack. How cool would that be? My brother is very much into the world of, you know, composing and music, so maybe he has some ideas. I'd love to have a soundtrack for that documentary that sounds a bit like The Hobbit. Another thing that that's going to be a big challenge is the footage that I filmed. I filmed it actually for a vlog, and that was in my early days, so I didn't really know that well how to film for a vlog either. But I didn't have an overarching story. So now I have to come up with a way to make a coherent documentary based on all those different scenes and places that I filmed. And of course I need to inject also a little bit of, you know, meaning to it. Because you can do 2 hours of sightseeing, but that does not make a documentary. Ooh, we're going to make a floor. That is cool. That is new. We're going to do a nice tiled floor here. Let me put the stuff here. See if I can show you that from up close. Take the camera, move it right here. So this is going to be the center floor of the castle. Nice, I hope. I don't think I've ever done a tiled floor, at least not a big one. Okay, so we first create a cross. That is a good beginning. Oops. There we go. That's the centerpiece. We're going to add this. There we go. Yeah, the Rohan stuff was great. The music for The Lord of the Rings Online is also pretty amazing. It's on Spotify. Just look for Lotro soundtrack or something like that. It's excellent. It's different from the movies, but still very, very good stuff. Very atmospheric. Okay. Next we do this. This is a lot easier than I thought it would be. So I think that maybe the tiles will continue later on. There we go. And the final two. Yep. And then we use yellow bricks in the center. Wow, I love this. That looks gorgeous. Nice. Beautiful. And then that goes in the center. Okay, now let's get the multicolored thing here. I think that's it. That's it. Very cool. So all the other colors are going to disappear. It's just going to be the nice tiles later on. Okay, with that in place, we're going to add some more quick structures on top of the staircase first, I think. Maybe here, I'm not certain. I get a good view of this. 3, 2 of these, and then this one like this. Right? I hope so. And then this one here. Yes, so far so good. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, no, not good. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's correct. It is this one. Yes? That's a bit odd. But no, this is correct. There you go. Very well. Let me refocus this a little bit. There you go. Oh yes, I certainly hope that he's going to get the Oscar for the Star Wars soundtrack. I liked it actually the best because I liked it more than the previous two soundtracks. But it was also, you know, greatest hits. That's all, that helps. Okay. These look like wafers again. Here we go. 4 of these blue tiles. Very interesting technique to put that centerpiece so prominently there. I was wondering how they would do that. More floors. Hey, hey! This looks good. I like it. And then. Oh, that's how they do that. Nice. Sweet. I love this. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? What am I making, Guillaume? I'm making a castle. Big castle. Yeah, he was the guy with the eye patch in the cantina. That was very cool, yes. I was surprised that he agreed to it. He's such a modest man normally. But JJ probably can convince anyone. He's a really, really great guy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's cover this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. 2 more here. And then a circle here, strangely enough. And 2 smaller ones right there. Cool. Very cool. Then 1, 2, and 3. So, and 2 bigger ones. Perfect. Right, left side of the castle is almost done. Oh, this, I recognize the technique from the Harry Potter castle. Just to give it some greebling, some the appearance of, you know, some rocks. Funny how they use the exact same technique here. Nice. The other side. We're almost done with this step. That would be right there. Perfect. And now we repeat this on the other side. Exactly the same, so that's going to be quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This one there. 2 tiles here. I'm glad I'm doing this build first, because it's enjoyable. And I would have missed out if I'd only used the elements for a mock build. It's going to be maybe a shame to destroy it again. But we'll bridge that. We'll bridge that. We'll cross that bridge when we're there. Oh, did I make a mistake? Maybe I was too fast. Yeah. Huh. Wait. Oh, this is not supposed to be there. Okay. Good. Aha. All right, yeah, this one is here. And 2 green circles. 1 and 2. Oh, it's true, the planet got blown up. I didn't think of that. I don't think Lego's ever going to do Witcher. It's probably not the same target audience. Hello Germany, Nico. Guten Abend, herzlich willkommen. And we are going to add frogs. This is interesting. Frogs and some, what is this? A crown? Oh, I see. This is probably from a scene on the inside. Ah, interesting. Let's first add the greebling. That would be this, number one, and this, yes. Now, the crown goes here, and the two frogs. One frog. I'm not sure about the other one. Maybe here. Okay, two frogs. Good. Almost there. 1, 2, 3. And two of these. Oh, two. Ah, wait. 6. This one. Yep. All right. Let's start with the blue one. Good. Hey. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. Whoa. There's something missing here. Uh-oh. How can that be? 2? That's impossible. Oh, something is definitely missing. Yikes. So I need to, let me show you. I need to cover this hole, but there is no support. So I can't cover it. So I probably forgot something in the, it has to be underneath there. How is that possible? Let me check. This is here. This is here. Let's go here. Ah, aha. Yep, I definitely forgot something, but where? Oh, there it is. I see it. I've got these supporting beams. I was probably a little bit, well, that's easy to fix. I have to open these floors. Thankfully, I discover it now. Yeah. Small mistakes can have huge consequences, as we have seen in previous builds. There we go. Put that back. Okay. Problem solved. Yeah. Now we can just cover it just as we did it previously. 3, 1, 2, and 3. 2 more of these. 1 and 2. Yes. And then we're going to nicely finish this part. Oh, it looks really great. Ah. Two more circular pieces. The question is where? Here? Yep. Good. No. Yep. Good. 2 circles. There we go. 2 of these. Wait, what now? Okay. Yes. Here we go. 1 and 2. 1, 2. So tomorrow I'm going to record some more regular videos for this channel. And those will also be available in audio version on my podcast. Wait, you have a podcast? Yes, I have a podcast. That is called Father Roderick. How original. Not. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Because not everybody likes video, from what I've heard. So I'll just do dual purpose production. I'll create a video and then I'll just use the audio for my weekly show. And then for my patrons, I have usually have a lot of leftover stuff that wouldn't be that interesting for YouTube. So more personal stuff or the techie topics, and that's going to be in a an exclusive podcast for the patrons as a thank you. That's what I've all been working out during the winter break, how to get things streamlined and how to prevent myself from going completely insane with all the productions that I'm doing in all these different channels. But hopefully this is more, I don't know, makes more sense now with a separate Lego channel, separate documentary channel, and a separate geek-related channel. At least it helps me to put some order in the chaos of what I was doing. I hope this is the correct color. I'm not sure. Ah, this is the staircase, right? Two. Very nice. Lots and lots and lots of tiling. Yes. And the final few pieces, and then we're done with this step. Everything's still super symmetrical. There we go. It looks like a base of Jabba's barge, yeah. Tris, what's that? Where's that coming from? Tris, is that from The Witcher, or? I missed part of the conversation, I think. Oh, Triss is from, yeah, it's probably from the game, and then they made some interesting casting choices. Not everybody liked it, but I'd only played the game, you know, casually from time to time. So it didn't bother me too much, but a friend of mine got very upset with some of the casting choices. I was like, that's not the right person to play this or that. Oh well. If the story is good, I'm easy to please. I think Cavill as The Witcher is perfect. He's a better Witcher than he is a Superman, if you ask me. Seven, 8. Good. And then this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Final 2 pages. For this step, that is. Good. 4. Okay. This is the exciting part where there may be pieces missing, or it's the part where I panic because I think that there are pieces missing. Those of you that have been watching these streams for a while know it's always the same drill. It's usually my fault when something is not there, but every once in a while it's not my fault. Now I need one more. Oh yeah, it's underneath the camera. There we go. Looking good. Final few pieces. Greebling. I've got some leftover pieces even. This. This. Very well. We are done. All right, let me fly over this. Whoops. So, this is the base of the castle. So you can see the contours very well. This is where the wall is going to go. Here we have a very elaborate staircase, which looks pretty awesome. And then over here you have this mysterious magical room where there's a crown and 2 frogs for some reason. That will be revealed later. And then here in the center is this beautiful tiled floor. And so as you can tell, it's only actually half a castle. Because normally it would go all around, but this is going to be the back side and it's going to be open. So, there we go. Thank you so much for joining me today, despite all the trials and tribulations with the gaming stream. I hope my computer still works tomorrow. We'll see. Anywho, final reminder, tomorrow the Lego stream is going to be on the new YouTube Lego channel, so I'll post the URL one more time. It's also going to be in the show notes of this video in case you're wondering, and I may actually add some screens to this video so you can click. Make sure to subscribe to the new Lego channel, otherwise you'll miss the stream. Click the bell button to be notified when I go live, and then we're gonna continue building this castle. Look how big it is. It's pretty good. All right, have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you soon.